What a beautiful morning for Jason Isaacs. Congratulations, my friend.
Well, thank you very much. It's evening where I am, but I'll take it anyway.
You've got to be ecstatic. The White Lotus, you're out there, you're getting bit by mosquitoes all over Thailand, and in the end, it leads to this fabulous moment, a nomination with, by the way, a few other cast members for a tremendous season.
Plenty of them, which is one of the lovely, humbling things. It's just a reminder to all of us that what we have in common is Mike White. We're all we won the lottery already. We were in the White Lotus. We get to say, I was going to say Mike White's incredible words. He didn't give me many words. He gave me a lot of drugs. But we get to tell his incredible stories. And that was a privilege in itself. So this is just cherry on the icing on the cake.
You know, if I know Mike White, like I think I know Mike White, he's a libertarian, by heart. So I would admit, were the drugs real? Did he give you any good? Any?
They were not. They were. Oh. No, but they were laxatives. So it was an entertaining day. Yeah.
Mike White is
more than me.
I love Mike White. Mike White and I were in Stepford Wives together. I've worked with Mike
really?
White. He's a wonderful actor, but how is he as a director?
Well, funnily enough, he's a brilliant director, and it's odd you should mention it because he gets a lot of credit for being the genius writer that he is. It's not a coincidence that so many of the cast have been nominated, and in fact, I feel like we're all nominated together. All the performances are. It's not so much that the performances are great; it's that the characters are so rich and surprising and human. It's because Mike doesn't do anything to formula, to rote. I don't think he gets many notes from people because he's so successful. I think he is such a great actor. He can play all of our parts. You can certainly imagine all of these people. And the reason it's been acknowledged, I guess, by our peers, which is a real honor, is because they all are in the business and they know that people don't write characters and stories that are this original and this captivating very often. In fact, almost never. So it was such a privilege being in it in the first place. This whole thing is such gravy.
It's the greatest thing to come out of COVID. Is the idea of the White Lotus. I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Sure. Walton Goggins.
Yeah, he's been this good a writer. He's been this good a writer all the way through. I've been a fan of his independent films and all the characters he's created in his other series. But yeah, he's found the ley lines met when he was doing White Lotus, and we were all just. I mean, my character, I'm quite scared, to be honest, about taking the part. I was in two minds about taking it because it was such a challenging, scary thing to be that lonely and that drugged up and that angry, and then have this giant spiritual journey. But that's what actors love, a challenge. Normally most things you can do in your sleep, they're two-dimensional. His are like four-dimensional.
God, that's true. I mean, how do you, I mean, you're all there, you're on location together, it should be fun, you should be meeting in the hotel bar at night, and yet you have to wake up and be a total wreck.
Well, it's funny you should say that because that tells me that you are an actor because you understand. Most people think what acting is you say the words or you pull a face or you pretend the outside of something. But Tim was really depressed and upset and terrified and suicidal and murderous. And, it's not that I was those things. I'm an actor, but you try and imagine it as best you can. The camera can tell when you're lying and the audience deserve as much truth as you can serve up. So it was tough. Honestly, the kind of tough that I love, the kind of tough that all actors love. Nobody buys a ticket to watch The Village of the Happy People. You want to watch people going through things. But yeah, he was going through an awful lot, and it was quite lonely because he's not connecting with anyone. One of the fun things about acting is doing scenes with other people. He's not even listening to other people. He's in his own world. So
out. Yeah.
So it was an odd experience because you're right. It was very collegiate. The shooting of it, we're all away in these hotels for 7 months, boiling our eyes out. But when we get to the set, it was a dark place for me. God, that's so pretentious. I mean, it's partly true, but it's also pretentious, and I apologize.
But it's wonderful when your acting partner, the woman opposite you most of the time, is also nominated, which shows that together you made a beautiful dance together, a beautiful tango. Have you spoken to Parker?
No, sure. And I haven't spoken to Parker. I've spoken to Patrick. I thought everyone deserved to be involved. I thought Patrick, Sarah Catherine, and Sam, who played my kids, were brilliant, and we've all spoken to each other. And I spoke to Mike already, and Dave, the producer, and we're all on text threads. So we're all, sending a bunch of love. I'm being English, so I'm trying to burst the bubble, being sarcastic all the time. But the truth is that I admire them all, and I thought they all did brilliant work. And we're all just privileged, really, to bring those characters to life because I'm the same actor in things that people did not nominate me for or remember and will never mention again. And the difference is Mike.
Yes, it's true. It's so true. What a man. Now, If you weren't nominated for Timothy Ratliff, what character would you have liked to have played?
Oh, blimey. I think I'd like to have played Carrie's part. I thought Carrie Coon had. I loved the fact that she kept her powder dry all that time and then had that absolutely heartbreaking speech at the end. I got to play the most dramatic scenes in the piece, and I'm, suicidal, and I'm going to kill my family, and then my son, I think, dies in front of me. She got to do something that looked through the keyhole natural. She pulled it off brilliantly, and she she just sat down and broke with her friends at the end, and I thought that scene was brilliant. In fact, now I'm thinking about it, I couldn't have done it a tenth as good as she does. Forget that. I wish I hadn't said that. I don't know who I'd have played. Maybe I'd have played Tame. He got to play with Lisa, who is maybe the most famous person on the planet after Elvis. That must have been fun.
Oh my God.
I don't want to play anyone else. I was very happy playing me.
Yeah, Timothy Ratliff was super dark but super necessary.
I'm just lucky. Well, I mean, we're all lucky. It's an award for the luckiest bastards in show business. Can you say bastards? I've said it twice now. I apologize.
Absolutely, darling. Now, season 4 for White Lotus has been greenlit.
Yeah.
Do we know if anyone's coming back?
Sure.
Are you coming back?
If I did know, you think this would be the place I'd be telling you. And
Absolutely.
then I'd be fired before they even rolled camera. I'm pretty sure Tim's going to jail. I mean, Tim might make a phone call to the White House and get a pardon. Who knows who his friends are? But I suspect if that doesn't happen, then he's going to jail. And if he does get out, I don't think he's got enough money to stay at the White Lotus. He might be working at the White Lotus. I don't know what he'd be teaching. He's had a major spiritual enlightenment. He might be teaching meditation. Who knows? We'll see. It's up to Mike.
What are you going to wear? Now, Walton Goggins, who's also nominated, I imagine he's going to wear a shirt the buttons will go all the way down to here.
He's very cheap on buttons.
He is. He's cheap.
He and Simon Cowell went to the same school of couture. But he's got that chest, and it looks pretty good. If I had a chest like that, I'd show it off too.
You have a wonderful chest. What are you going to have you decided? Will it be a standard black tuxedo, or will you get out there a little bit?
Black dress. You can never go wrong with a little black dress. I'm a vegan, so as opposed to Lady Gaga's thing, I might go with a dress coat made of tofu.
You're a lot of fun. I want to get together and have a glass of brown with you. Tim.
Right.
Congratulations, Jason Isaacs. I'm so happy for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.